Hey everybody, welcome back to some more early morning barking, talking about BPD and MPD by somebody that has both. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons and do all the socially things scrolling past you on the screen right now. Also pop on over to patreon.com/earlymorningbarking, check out my new Living with BPD course, and my podcast is back up and running, so check that out on Spotify and wherever else you might find podcasts. So, I've link baited you again, clickbaited, whatever, the title. I made you go, what? That was the plan. That's about as far as my cleverness goes, but whatever. What do you mean there's no such thing as a successful narcissist? There's lots of successful narcissists. No. Well, yes, but no. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. You might see them as successful, but they sure as hell don't. That's what the problem is. That's what drives a lot of us. That's what keeps us going, but it's hell to live with, and it's doing my head in right now, so I needed to talk to you about it. I've talked about narcissism stealing joy, and this is a very specific area of that. You see, here's my example. When you run a YouTube channel, you have a number of subscribers, and you want that number to go up. And a lot of the time it goes up and sometimes it goes down because there's such a thing as churn, right? Not everybody who subscribes to your channel subscribes to your channel forever. And when you think of how you watch YouTube and how I watch YouTube, there are so many reasons why you might just unsubscribe from a channel. And I take every single one personally. Every single unsubscribe is a little mini dagger in my heart. And that's not how it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to like what I've achieved. I've not achieved nothing sat here right now. There's a lot to be proud of. There's a lot to be pleased about. But it's not what I want yet, so I can't enjoy any of it. I can't appreciate all the good things. I have to focus on these tiny little inevitable things that I can get upset about and angry about and hurt about and all these other things, because no matter how well I do, I am not going to be successful. So when I tell you that there's no such thing as a successful narcissist, it depends very much on your point of view. Yes, there will be narcissists who have a lot of money, who have a lot of fame and notoriety. You might be able to look on them as in some way doing better in life than you. I don't know. But they are going through hell because they are trying to satisfy an unsatisfiable. Unsatisfiable? That's not a word, and I said it wrong anyway, but you know what I mean. There is a drive that can never be ended. Everything isn't good enough. Everything is bad. Everything is not enough. And that's stealing all this happiness, all this joy, this being able to appreciate anything, to be able to just relax and calm down, to think about anything else. I've only just started to be able to think about things I want to do in life. Things like just happy, fun things. And it's taken me such a long time to get there. And I'm still thinking about things in terms of in the future when I'm successful. And I have no definition of success. In times when I have had one, that definition has been way out. Just unobtainable. Just way out of there. Dreamlike, fantasy-like, and bringing something back, turning it down, is so hard. And yeah, look, I don't think I'm going to take over the world in whatever way or anything like that, right? That's fine, that's all gone, that's all calmed down, but there is a rush, there is a need to do better, and along the way, be disgusted with yourself. Be ashamed, be just hating on yourself for not being good enough because you aren't where you want to be yet. You are your own worst enemy, your own biggest critic. Everything needs to be perfect, and you can look back at all the crap you've done and hate it, regardless of where it's gotten you, regardless of how good you actually think it is when you calm down, regardless of what anybody says to you about it. There's nothing ever good enough. I have to keep going. We have to keep going. And now look, some of us are really great at stuff and they achieve a lot and they have a lot, however you quantify success. But to them, it's still not enough. Does it get worse for them than it is for me? I don't know. I've never been that successful at something. I don't know. Do you need a bigger and bigger high? Do you need to feel even better when you're achieving so much? It can't all be relative, can it? Or can it? But right now, I'm going through a period of just being disgusted with myself. Just being like angry at how little I've done, at how little I've achieved. When the truth is, I've done a lot and achieved a lot, but I can't feel it. I don't want to feel it. I hate it. I can't sit down and relax and say to myself, I did all I could do today. Because there's never enough. There's never anything good enough. There's never a satisfactory amount done. And you would think this would translate into success, but clearly it doesn't. You've still got to be. Being driven is one thing. It really is. You know, having ambition, having drive, getting on with stuff. That's one thing, but that doesn't guarantee success. You need it for success, but you need more. You need knowledge and ability. And that comes with time. That comes with learning, with other efforts. You can't just be driven and get success overnight. And that gets so frustrating. So frustrating. My eyes roll at so much. So that's why there are no successful narcissists. That's why I can make that point, I think, and it not be too unfair. What do we do about it? I don't know. I'd love to tell you. I'd love to have a plan for this. You know, as I've been planning a course on living with BPD, it is so easy to plan. It's so easy. There are so many problems. They're right there on the surface, a lot of them. And there are clear ways of dealing with them. For people who know they have that problem. For the MPD stuff, no. How do you fix it? How do you feel better? That's harder. That's harder even for me. Am I supposed to know now? I've done therapy. Am I that bad? Well, I can still make these videos. I still live in MPD land. And I'm aware that I live there. I react less, but stuff like this is still there. The internal is still there. The external is easy to get rid of. You just don't shout at people. You know how you're supposed to behave. Just do that. That's easy. It comes with a little bit of practice, but the internal, it goes on. It goes on and on. And maybe one day I'll learn to appreciate what I've got, to be okay with it, to not wish I had more or something better. Or hell, even be jealous of those that I think are better than me or doing better than me in whatever way. There's so much scope for hurt here, for pain, for just frustration, and it's all aimed at me, right? It's my own inadequacies, it's my own feelings of failure, of being not enough. So I need to be more. And that becomes unlivable after a while. So we'll see. I might just go a little crazy for a bit. We'll see how things go. You know, I'll keep making videos about it. Anyway, you take care. I'll see you later. Bye.